Hey everyone, so today I'm going to share with you all how I get summer ready skin. I am so ready for summer, and there's definitely a few things that I change up, a handful of things that I change up in my beauty routine to sort of get my skin ready to make it look a little more summery. You show more skin during the summertime. It's a little more important to take care of it, I think. SPF is important. There's just so much to think about. So in this video, I'm going to kind of take you through like how I actually care for my skin to keep it looking good, since you're going to be showing more of it. I'll show you sort of like my bronzing tips, the products that I like to use, a little bit of makeup-y things that I change up, and also some SPF products that I really like. I do have my, if you saw my last video, my natural beachy wavy hair. This is not my natural wave. I have no natural wave. It's like straight as a board. So I did this without heat, which was kind of cool. So if you want to check that video out, which is a very summery hairstyle, I would definitely wear this on vacation, to the beach. It's just so easy. So check that out too. So first off, the skin. In the shower, it sort of begins with exfoliating. You always hear that. If you're going to self-tan, if you're going to do anything like that, exfoliated skin always looks better, and it's true. Even if you're super pale and you don't like to get a lot of sun, which I'm kind of in between now. Like, I don't really like to tan as much as I used to. I just look back and I just don't think it looks as good. So I was worried when I dyed my hair darker that it was going to be opposite, because when I had the blonde hair, I felt like I could get away with paler skin, but I still feel like that now, so that's awesome. But I don't know, this is my natural skin tone. I have not been doing anything really except for one product, which I think has given me a little bit of a glow, which I like. I'll show that in a moment. But regardless of what you're doing, it's good to exfoliate. I like to use some scrubs that you use with your hands, but a lot of times I like to use ones that you can just put in a poof, because I really like using my poof like a loofah in the shower. And if you like that, then try this. This is a really good scrub. It's the St. Ives Purifying Sea Salt. I put it on my poof, and I get my arms, I just do it all over, and I really like how it gives sort of like a creamy lather, which a lot of scrubs don't do. The loofah is good at exfoliating too, but sometimes you need that little bit of a scrubbiness, and it's very fine scrubbies. Because it's sea salt, I guess. This has really good ingredients too. It doesn't have any parabens or anything. It says it's 100% natural exfoliant, so it is really salt, and it says it's made with natural ingredients. So this is good stuff. Brad likes this stuff too, and it smells really nice. So I really don't feel the need to buy any other scrub than that. I have been using this. It's the Jergens BB Body Perfecting Skin Cream. I've used quite a bit of it. I've had it for a while. And I use the medium to deep skin tone shade. And any of this Jergens stuff, the Natural Glow, stuff that I used years and years back, like the Gradual Tanner, anything that's in Jergens, I always get the medium to deep, because I find the ones that are suited, or that say that they're suited for light to medium skin tones, which is what I have, almost has sort of a yellowy, bright, orangey tint to it, whereas the ones that say medium to deep have more of a natural tan tint to it. So I would recommend getting the medium to deep, even if you're very fair. This smells just like the Secret Wonderland Bath & Body Works limited edition stuff, if you were familiar with that. I was obsessed with that stuff. I loved it so much, and when I used this for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. It smells just like it, and it has the same consistency like as a Bath & Body Works body cream, not the lotion, but the actual creams that are a little thicker. But it doesn't come out in a big tube, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to rub in, but it is the consistency of a cream. So I like that because it makes my skin feel really good. It says it hydrates and smooths, brightens and illuminates even skin tone, visibly firm skin, and minimizes the appearance of imperfections. It has a tiny bit of DHA in it, which is the like self-tanner. And so you will get a hint of that scent of a self-tanner later on, but it's nothing overbearing. It's nothing like any traditional self-tanner or any gradual sunless tanner. That's not really what this is. It's not gonna like build you a tan, because it's just such a tiny amount, but it does make your skin look a little nicer. Even if you're very pale and you're not gonna get a tan, it gives you sort of that little healthy glow, which I really like. So this is good stuff. I'm enjoying it. I don't always like to use self-tanner, but when I do, this is what I use. It's the St. Tropez Bronzing Mousse, and I always use the little mitt. This one I've washed a million times. It's just so easy. The mitt is just the easiest thing. I hated it at first. It was hard to get used to, but after a couple times, I really like it. I use just the regular one. The dark one would be way too dark. I would suggest, even if you are a little tan already, to go with this natural or the regular color. This stuff lasts a long time. It's a little expensive, but if you buy this, it will last you a really long time. This is mine still from last year. I probably have about, I'd say a little less than half, and I used it a ton last year. And I've used it a couple times this year, and it's still working perfectly, and it's great. I feel like that stuff is good. It builds really well, so you can definitely use it regularly, but if you're just gonna be like me sometimes, and you're just gonna use it like 1 week, and then you're gonna skip, you know, a couple months, and then you'll pick back up, it's not gonna look weird. Like, you can apply it once, and it looks pretty, you know? So I really like that. I think it's the most foolproof self-tanner. It has a little bit of a tint, and I do have a video on how to apply that. I'm weird about my face with sunless tanners. I really don't use them, but the Saint Tropez foam does work on your face. You can use that on your face, and I have before, and it's fine. But I don't have a separate one for my face or anything, and a lot of times when I use the Saint Tropez, I don't even use it on my face. And between using my bronzers and makeup and stuff, I just feel like it evens out anyways. Another lotion, if I'm not going to be using the self-tanner and everything, I either use the Nivea, which is in our bathroom. I'll go get it really quick. I can't believe I've forgotten to bring this in here, but it's the Express Hydration from Nivea. It is really, really, it's just great lotion for men or women. Brad likes this. It's always sitting on his side of the bathroom, so if I ever need it, I can just go over there and use it, and it absorbs really quickly. It has a nice fresh scent. It's not very masculine or very feminine. It's not overbearing, so I really like that. As far as makeup and stuff, I always go to like a lighter formula during the summertime. If I'm used to using like a more full coverage foundation or something like my Matte Velvet Plus, which I still really love, I usually go to more like just a lighter weight formula in the summertime, something that has, you know, a moisturizer, your SPF, everything's sort of built in, so you don't have to layer a lot of products on your face. And lately, even in the winter, I was using this, so I didn't really have to switch to anything. But I'm going to continue using this in the summer. It's the It Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I've tried a bunch of different BB creams and CC creams, and this one by far is just the best. It's your moisturizer. It's like an anti-aging serum, so it's all your skincare. You can essentially put this on right after you wash your face, and you don't have to do anything else. It is the most full coverage BB cream. It's the same coverage as my Matte Velvet Plus, which is insane because that stuff has crazy coverage. So this is good stuff, and it has SPF 50+. So this I feel safe using during the summertime, and it really works well. The thing to remember with that is to not apply it like super thick like a foundation, because it will be shiny and heavy. It will come off. You need to think that less is more, and you need to build it lightly, and then if you have areas that need more coverage, you can just sort of dab that on. But I just absolutely love that stuff. And then I've gone back to using this in conjunction with that for my sort of like, you know, for like a bronze look on my face. I like this Soleil Tan de Chanel, the Bronze Universal. This I am just super in love with all over again. I go in phases with this stuff. Sometimes I'll use it for a long time, and then I'll go back to using a powder bronzer, which powder bronzers are great, but this one is just so different. I love it. I don't even know if I would categorize it the same because it's just so different and nice. I've talked about this a lot, but it is sort of like a moussey cream, but it's not like a cream. Like, you can apply it over, even if you're wearing powder foundation, you can apply it over and it's not gonna do anything weird. It's just so sheer, but it has great color payoff. It lasts forever. Like, if I ever put it on my neck, which I did put a little bit on my neck and my chest with a big fluffy brush, you really have to like scrub it off. Like, it will stay put, and the same goes with on your face. And the brush, I think this is why I've been loving it even more, because I've discovered the brush to use with it, and it's the Marc Jacobs, the bronze brush, which is a little expensive, and I was a little hesitant to keep it when I first got it because it was, again, expensive, but this is just the best thing to use for that. That stuff smells so good too. But I like that it's domed, so I can really, and I hated this with powder bronzer, I really did, but I love it with my Chanel, and I like that the fibers don't shed off into the product. Like any kabuki brush I used with it, the fibers would come off into the product. So I love it. You can really get it, you know, where it needs to go, and you can sort of, it's just perfect. I love it so much, and I just think that is such a nice, like, glowy, summery, natural look. That's very, very natural looking. As for other makeup, it's pretty much the same. It's really just foundation and maybe like a bronzing product, I'll change up a bit. But for SPF, again, this is everything that I need. It's a really good product. But if you're going to be going to the pool, or you know you're going to be outside for a long time, if you're going to like a theme park, or you know you're going to be outside a lot and you're not going to be like reapplying that, like, you know, because it's like, it is like a makeup. I like to bring a product like this. This is my Peter Thomas Roth Oily, well, it's the Instant Mineral SPF 30. It's a brush-on UVA UVB sunscreen, and I got the formula for oily problem skin. Years and years back, I had one of these. I don't know what brand it was. This one I like because it comes in an oily problem skin formula. So the powder just sort of disperses, it's like going everywhere, through the brush. A whole lot doesn't look like it comes off, but anytime throughout the day you can just like, you know, and it doesn't affect the look of your makeup. It just sort of, it makes you look really, not matte, but it takes the shine off your skin in a really clean way. I just am really into it. And you pull it up to close it. But it's just really good stuff, and I think this is a good product. As far as sunscreens go, I have been really weirded out by sunscreens since last summer when I read so much about, and I know you guys know, like, excessive, you know, chemicals are bad, and I'm not an all or nothing type person, like I said. Yeah, I can sometimes be more careful about some things, but then some things I still use that have chemical. I mean, it's hard to completely do that. So I'm not saying that I'm, you know, super great about using only safe products, because to me that's just not super realistic. I try to use good stuff, but there's chemicals in so many things. You just have to do the best that you can. But I feel like for something like sunscreen, you can get things that are better, and some of the chemicals are pretty gross that's in like spray sunscreens or like just typical branded sunscreens. So I feel like for something like sunscreen or lotions that you're putting all over your body, I feel like that is a little more important. You have to put on, you know, lotion is like so thick, and you know, it's just over so much more of your body that, I don't know, that's why that freaks me out. I did all this research on like good sunscreens that are good for your skin, that aren't gonna cause any harm, that will actually protect your skin. And this one always gets the best results. It's called Burnout Kids Broad Spectrum SPF 35. It has no chemical sunscreens, no nanoparticles, which just means it won't like absorb into your bloodstream. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of weird stuff, and it says it's for sensitive skin. This is a little harder to rub in, but it's worth it. And you can rub it in, not look white, you'll be fine. So I think it's worth it to get a good sunscreen. I got this from Amazon, and it says kids, but you can use it on kids or adults. So this one consistently gets better reviews than a lot of them. I was gonna get the one from Honest, but that one I got kind of confused because it had some bad reviews. But I have used this a couple times, and it does work. So I do like this one. I think that is worth it. So that's everything. Just a couple of the things that I change out for summer. Some of the new products that I'm using for summer now, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye.